This is Phil with Android Central, and this is the Nexus 6. So let's recap the things that you need to know about the Nexus 6. First, it's a big Moto X. There's just no denying this. It's got the same styling, but it is missing a few of the features that actually make a Moto X special. You can preview notifications in Android 5.0 Lollipop, but it's just not the same or as good as the Moto X. Plus, I keep waving my hand over the Nexus 6 display and just nothing happens. But back to that size thing. It really is just a big, giant phone. It's bigger than the Galaxy Note 4. It's bigger than the iPhone 6 Plus. But moreover, it's just not as easy to hold. There are times that the thinness really isn't a good thing, and this is one of them. The thicker edges of the Note 4 and the big-ass iPhone make them easier to hold, especially if you don't have large hands. It's actually the same problem that we've had with the HTC One M8 this year. Now, the Nexus 6 has dual front-facing speakers, and they're probably as close as what we've gotten with HTC's boom sound. In fact, the Nexus 6 is a little bit louder than the HTC One M8, but that extra volume comes at the expense of clarity. The highs just get pretty tinny, and overall, it's just not as deep as what you get with the M8. But still, speakers like this change the way you use a phone. Video and games are so much more fun to enjoy. The Nexus 6 camera is good, but it's not great, and Nexus cameras have never really been considered to be the best available, but they've definitely gotten better over the years. On the Nexus 6, we've got a 13 megapixel sensor that's proven to be pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of Google's camera app, and shooting in HDR Plus tends to eat up on the battery a good little bit, but you're free to use any app you want, and the simple fact is you're able to take some perfectly nice shots with the Nexus 6. Video, you can record up to 4K on the rear camera, and the result is also pretty good. Android 5.0 Lollipop is great. Now, I'm sure we've all been using it in the developer preview, and even in this build I've been using, it's had some bugs. But Lollipop is such a big leap forward for Android, and you're going to love the animations. You're going to love all the material design. We really are excited to see what Project Volta does for battery life. Even Google Now looks better on L. And finally, you're going to be able to get the Nexus 6 everywhere. This is pretty new, and it's a huge deal. The Nexus 6 is not a $350 phone. It's a $700 phone, and the carriers are subsidizing it, so everyone's going to be able to get one. Really, it just means more Nexus for more people. So there you go, a quick Nexus 6 walkthrough. It's a very big Moto X. It's running Android 5.0 Lollipop. The camera's pretty good, not spectacular. It sounds great, and you're going to be able to buy it all over the place. That's it. We'll see you later.